The Bold and the Beautiful, BNB, spoilers for the next 3 weeks, November 3rd to November 21st, reveal that Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, may have a new troublemaker opportunity, while Beth Spencer, Jordan Gracie, gets bossy about wedding plans. Remy Price, Christian Weissman, may also have a spin-out ahead of him, so let's talk about what's in store. The week of November 3rd to 7th will bring Remy's panic after Elector Forrester, Linnea Grace, spills all his awful behavior and pushes Deke Sharp, Harrison Cohn, to dump him. While Remy makes a plea to save his relationship, BNB spoilers say more issues will be bubbling up for Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon, and Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown. That's because Beth won't want Sheila at the marriage ceremony. Deacon may hear the news from Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and have to break it to Sheila that Beth doesn't want her around. On the bright side, Hope and Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, will manage to keep their old rivalry behind them, at least for now. Steffi will have only good things to say about the return of Hope's line and her imminent Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton nuptials. During the week of November 10th to 14th, Remy may spin out if Deke can't get over what he did to Electra. Since Luna is expecting some updates following Remy's Forrester appearance, he may return to the prison and confess the catastrophe. Luna may try to play love doctor for Remy, or she could push him to get revenge on Electra for ruining his romance instead. Whatever the case, Remy really needs to keep in mind that Luna's stuck in the slammer before he starts taking her advice. Meanwhile, Rachel Riley will step back into her role as Rachel the bikini bar server, but this former Big Brother winner won't be serving up drinks this time around. It turns out Rachel will be on hand for some spiritual cleansing scenes involving Bill Spencer, Don Diamont, Katie Logan, Heather Tom, and Liam. Rachel will be called on for her energy healing services in a toxic house, so that may be the Spencer mansion since Luna stayed there not too long ago. The week of November 17th to 21st could bring Liam and Hope's wedding day since plans seem to be moving right along for it. Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire may check in with Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, and make sure he's still feeling okay about Hope moving on. Carter may reiterate that he wants Hope to be happy and work to prove he's all in on a future with Daphne. There should be a grand gesture, or two-headed Daphne's way since Carter knows he has to earn her trust. However, fall preview info has hinted about a character linked to Daphne's past coming on the scene. Will it be a sibling or perhaps a former lover who upends Daphne's life? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say some unexpected developments are ahead for several key players, so stay tuned. The Bold and the Beautiful, BNB, spoilers hint that John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, and Steffi Forrester Finnegan's, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, next shocker may be brewing. Will Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, push for Sheila Sharp's, Kimberlyn Brown, family acceptance and prove just how much she's softened toward her? There was a time when Lee loathed Sheila more than anyone else on canvas. Finn and Steffi almost faced a grim fate in the alley behind Il Giardino thanks to Sheila, so Lee would have had every right to hold a grudge forever. B&B fans also can't forget how Sheila went after Lee in a vehicle chase that led to an explosion, which traumatized Lee and nearly wiped her off the map. It was previously hard to imagine Lee ever tolerating Sheila, much less developing any kind of friendship with her. Nevertheless, that's somehow happened since Sheila and Lee are becoming pals who support each other. That whole ordeal with Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, brought Lee and Sheila together, so fans have been reacting to their bizarre connection. It still feels weird for Lee to be lending a sympathetic ear and acting like Sheila's flaws are no worse than anyone else's. Lee did raise an eyebrow when Sheila dropped that hint about killing Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, if anything inappropriate happened with Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon. However, Lee seemingly believed Sheila when she acted like it was just an expression and insisted that she wasn't that person anymore. Since Lee is bonding with Sheila more and more each day, could she eventually make a pitch on Sheila's behalf? If this keeps up, it's possible Lee will try to score Sheila some grandma time with Hayes Forrester Finnegan, Brian David Garlick, and Kelly Spencer, Sophia Parras. Lee faced some backlash for her actions regarding Luna, but she'll hope to repair her relationship with Finn and move forward. Perhaps Lee will ultimately argue that Sheila deserves a chance to do the same and see the grandkids, too. Both Finn and Steffi may be in for a shock when it comes to Lee's attitude adjustment toward Sheila. Lee is probably the last person Steffi and Finn ever thought would defend Sheila or step up for her in any way. Nevertheless, that might be what Lee will do, at least if Sheila can manage to keep herself out of trouble long enough. Things could change if Sheila targets Taylor, but we'll just have to wait and see if she'll be able to restrain herself. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Lee and Sheila will keep bonding in the meantime, so we'll bring you updates on any other strange friendship news and daring moves to come. The Bold and the Beautiful, BNB, spoilers update for Monday, November 3rd, reveals that Electra Forrester's Linnea Grace revelations will horrify Deke Sharp, Harrison Cohn. Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, will also blast Remy Price, Christian Weissman, as the drama gets even worse in the Forrester showroom. All poor Deke wanted to do was show off his new boyfriend. Deke was hoping to include Remy in his welcome bash at Forrester Creations and let everyone meet the guy who's captured his heart. Instead of giving Deke a heads up on the inevitable mayhem, Remy let him get blindsided. Now Deke is wondering why everyone seems so freaked out about Remy being the man in his life. Of course, Electra will fill Deke in on the deepfake photos Remy created and how he made her miserable just so he could be the one to come for her. It was sick and twisted, so Deke will obviously be creeped out as well. Remy followed Electra to Los Angeles and once again made a mess with his stalkerish tendencies. It all led to that dramatic climax when Remy chased after Electra and found himself in a showdown with Will. Speaking of Will, he'll put Remy on full blast and make it clear that he's not welcome at Forrester Creations. Ivy Forrester, Ashley Brewer, will surely pipe up an agreement since she knows what an awful experience Electra went through thanks to Remy. After Remy pleads to speak with Deke alone, they'll clash over Electra's disturbing news. Remy will want to wipe the slate clean and embrace the romance they've found, but it may not be that simple for Deke. That's especially true since Remy already faced backlash for his link to Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada. Deke doesn't even realize that Remy's still going behind his back to see Luna, so this whole thing is a mess. As for Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, B&B spoilers say she'll make promises to Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon, and look forward to fully repairing their relationship. Since Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Liam Spencer's Scott Clifton wedding is coming up, Sheila will get updates on that and decide this. The Bold and the Beautiful, BNB, spoilers hint that Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown may catch Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, and Deacon Sharp's Sean Cannon bedroom romp. Could a cheating discovery be ahead now that Sheila credits Taylor with sending Deacon back to her? Sheila was worried Taylor might sabotage her reunion instead, so she was pleasantly surprised when Deacon admitted he wasn't ready to give up on their marriage. Of course, Deacon might not have said that if Taylor hadn't been so adamant that nothing could happen between them. Deep down, Deacon is craving Taylor and wondering what it'd be like to have her as the main woman in his life. Taylor can't get Deacon out of her head either, so this storyline seems like it's far from over. The more Taylor insists they can't cross that doctor-patient line, the more likely it becomes that they'll throw out the rulebook completely. Deacon and Taylor barely resisted the urge to kiss, so they're bottling up temptation and setting themselves up for trouble. Taylor and Deacon may ultimately let passion explode between them and strip down for a bedroom romp. If that's where the story is headed, Sheila might find out in the worst way possible. What if Sheila actually catches Taylor and Deacon in the act? That would certainly be a soapy way for Sheila to discover that Deacon broke their marriage vows with Taylor of all people. Sheila may go from singing Taylor's praises and offering her gratitude to revisiting that fatal threat she made against her. Taylor could become enemy number one for Sheila once again and leave Sheila ready to come unhinged like she's done so many times before. It would certainly be entertaining to watch Sheila walk in on Deacon and Taylor under the covers, so we'll see if that's the route B&B might take in the end. No matter how it all goes down, Taylor and Deacon seem poised to surrender to temptation at some point. Sheila will inevitably find out, so maybe she'll see the betrayal happen with her own eyes and blow up on the spot. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers suggest Sheila, Deacon, and Taylor's love triangle will lead to stunning news and heated confrontations, so stay tuned for updates on all the action. The Bold and the Beautiful, BNB, spoilers update for the week of November 3rd to 7th reveals that Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, and Hope Logan, Annika Noel, will deal with a daughter dilemma, which will lead to a marriage setback for Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown. It's clear that Beth Spencer, Jordan Gracie, is beyond excited about Hope and Liam tying the knot. BNB fans know Beth will be serving as the officiant, so she's determined to make sure this event goes off without a hitch. Since Beth thinks this is going to be the best day ever, she won't want Sheila ruining the vibe or threatening to cause drama. Beth will complain to her parents about Sheila and confess that she doesn't want Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon, to show up with his wife. Of course, Beth seems quite fond of Grandpa Deacon, so she may be fine with him attending on his own. It's Sheila who'll be the problem, so Hope may give Deacon updates on that news and admit she agrees with Beth on some level. Hope may run down the list of Sheila's mistakes and acknowledge that they don't want to upset Beth on a day that's so special to her. Deacon may agree to tell Sheila that she's not invited, but that could lead to more conflict between them. Sheila may feel like Deacon isn't standing up for her or that he's embarrassed to be married to her at this point. Deacon told Sheila that he wasn't ready to give up on their marriage, but she may start to doubt whether he's really putting his heart into this reunion. Since Deacon won't be able to get his mind off Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, and the connection they've formed, he'll indeed be a bit distracted when it comes to fixing things with Sheila. Speaking of fixing things, will Deke Sharp, Harrison Cohn, and Remy Price, Christian Weissman, be able to repair the damage after Elector Forrester, Linnea Grace, outs Remy as her former stalker? Once Deke gets all the despicable details, Remy will deliver a heartfelt plea and hope Deke can just concentrate on who he is now. Nevertheless, Remy's twisted history could prove too much for Deacon to handle, especially with Electra, Ivy Forrester, Ashley Brewer, and Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, insisting Deke should cut Remy loose. As for Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes would. She'll check out the latest Hope for the future preparations and let Hope know she's pleased about the new direction of her line. Steffi will also be glad Liam and Hope found their way back to each other, so Hope will appreciate Steffi's support. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Steffi will continue to get settled back in at Forrester Creations, so stay tuned for any big career-related moves that might be brewing. The Bold and the Beautiful, BNB, spoilers for the next 2 weeks, November 3rd to November 14th, reveal that fans will see Steffi Forrester's Jacqueline McInnes Wood showroom shocker. Bill Spencer, Don Diamant, will also work to eliminate bad Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada vibes, so here's what viewers can expect. During the week of November 3rd to 7th, Steffi will make a big Forrester Creations comeback. That'll give Steffi a chance to check out the new designs for Hope for the Future's revival. Since Steffi has dished out so much disapproval regarding Hope's line in the past, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, may be taken aback when she offers nothing but support this time. Steffi will also share some congratulatory words regarding Hope's engagement to Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, so that'll bring a sweet B&B moment. As Liam and Hope continue planning their wedding, they'll face an unexpected hurdle. Beth Spencer, Jordan Gracie, won't want Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon, to bring Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, to the marriage ceremony, so Hope may admit that to her dad. Sheila will be thrilled once she gets updates on the wedding news, and will hope to be there right by Deacon's side. Deacon may have to inform Sheila that Beth's offered up some complaints and ask her to skip the nuptials as a result. Of course, Deke Sharp, Harrison Cohn, will need to decide whether he still has a future with Remy Price, Christian Weissman, after all the ugly Elector Forrester, Linnea Grace, stalker details come out. Remy will plead with Deke to focus on who he is now and now the man he used to be, but Deke may have a hard time getting over such horrible revelations. The week of November 10th to 14th may bring Remy's next visit to Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, since she'll be waiting to hear how things went at Forrester Creations. Remy may admit it was a disaster just like Luna thought it would be. Luna is pretty much the last person anyone should be getting love life advice from, but she may offer some to Remy anyway. Will Luna push Remy back down a scheming path and set him up for more trouble? As for Bill, it looks like he'll want to get all the Luna toxicity out of his home now that she's back in prison. Rachel Riley, who's a former Big Brother winner and reality TV personality, will reprise her role as Rachel the bikini bar server, but she'll have a different side gig she's focused on this time around. Rachel will be an energy healer who interacts with Bill, Liam, and Katie Logan, Heather Tom. So it sounds like she may visit the Spencer mansion to get rid of any bad Luna vibes that might be left behind. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say the next 2 weeks will bring plenty of excitement, so stay tuned. The bold and the beautiful spoilers hint that Daphne Rose's Muriel Hilaire hot brother may come to town and shake up the romantic scene in LA. A new character is in the works, so let's talk about who it could be and how he might fit on canvas. Fall preview spoilers previously pointed to multiple younger characters joining the show. Deke Sharp, Harrison Cohn, already arrived, but there should be at least 1 or 2 other additions to the younger set soon. Other BNB spoilers say someone from Daphne's history could show up in Los Angeles and affect several characters in the process. It's possible Daphne has an ex who'll track her down, but what if it's a relative instead? This might be a good time to invent a hot brother for Daphne, so let's consider how BNB might use him if that happens. If Deke and Remy Price, Christian Weissman, split up, that could open the door for Deke to fall for someone else. If Daphne has a brother who's into guys, maybe he could be Deke's next love interest. Of course, the show could make Daphne's brother bisexual and have him be a possible backup love interest for Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, too. Electra is trying to have faith that her relationship with Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, can still work, but it's going to be tougher than she realizes now that Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, is pregnant with his baby. Considering the bond Electra and Deke have already formed, it'd make a juicy love triangle if they were both interested in the same bi guy. If Paris has a handsome brother who could make all this happen, he might be the face from her past who pops up down the road. Remy could also go off the rails again and make Paris' brother his new target, so that'd be another intriguing story angle to pursue. No matter how it all plays out, the bold and the beautiful spoilers point to Paris reconnecting with someone from her past. The bold and the beautiful B&B spoilers hint that Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown may cook up a secret Kelly Spencer, Sophia Parra's plot. Will Sheila use Beth Spencer's Jordan Gracie to score a wedding invite? During the week of November 3rd to 7th, Sheila will hear about Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Liam Spencer's Scott Clifton looming nuptials. That'll leave Sheila excited at the prospect of attending this family event by Deacon Sharp's Sean Cannon's side. Sheila may view it as a way to solidify her couple status with Deacon again, so she'll be all for the idea of going to this wedding. Deacon is the father of the bride, so Sheila will feel like it's important for her to show her support, too. However, Beth will catch Liam and Hope by surprise when she admits she doesn't want Sheila in attendance. Although Beth doesn't know all the details of Sheila's past crimes, she may know enough to realize Sheila's been a troublemaker. Since Beth is obsessed with this wedding being perfect, she may worry Sheila's going to cause drama and ruin it somehow. Whatever the case, Beth will reveal why she doesn't want Sheila as a guest and beg to leave her out of the celebration. Hope and Liam might be tempted to go along with Beth's wishes on this. Once Hope updates Deacon on the situation, she may ask him to explain things to Sheila and convince her it's best if she stays home. Of course, Sheila won't like the idea of not being invited to her stepdaughter's marriage ceremony. Hope and Liam's wedding will be something Sheila really wants to attend, so she may form a plan to cause Beth's change of heart. B&B fans will recall how Sheila saved Kelly from drowning in the ocean once upon a time, so Kelly's always going to owe her for that. It's easy to imagine Sheila stealing a moment alone with Kelly during an upcoming visit to Il Giardino, or something along those lines. Sheila might form a secret plan to use Kelly to her advantage and play up her former heroic efforts. After Sheila potentially reminds Kelly that she saved her life, she may urge Kelly to change Beth's mind about her. Sheila may count on Beth valuing her sister's opinion and try to manipulate Kelly into hyping her up. No matter what tactics she uses, the bold and the beautiful spoilers say Sheila may hold out hope for good news and attempt to turn this situation around. The bold and the beautiful BNB recap for Friday, October 31st reveals that Deke Sharp's Harrison Cohn welcome party was a disaster after Luna Nozawa's Lisa Yamada warning to Remy Price, Christian Weissman, was ignored. At Forrester Creations, Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon, and Hope Logan, Annika Noel, quizzed Deke about his mystery man. Deke was looking forward to introducing his boyfriend at the welcome party that was happening soon. Meanwhile, Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, Ivy Forrester, Ashley Brewer, Katie Logan, Heather Tom, and Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, were all ready for the welcome bash, too. Electra was looking forward to meeting the guy in Deke's life now that they had become fast friends. Ivy eventually stole a moment alone with Electra and wondered if all this Luna drama was too much for her niece, especially since Luna was pregnant with Will's baby. Electra stood by Will and reflected on how he'd stepped up for her during her past crisis with Remy. Next on Friday's B&B episode, Remy stopped by to see Luna in prison and questioned if she was okay after seeing her injured face. Luna insisted she was fine and wound up gloating about her pregnancy. The fact that it bothered Electra was a bonus for Luna, but Remy still felt guilty over his past Electra mistakes. Remy ultimately revealed that his boyfriend was Deacon's son and explained that he was going to be introduced at Forrester today. Luna worried that was a terrible idea since Remy would be walking into the lion's den, particularly if Will was there. Remy wasn't afraid of Will and didn't want to hide his relationship news forever. Although Remy hoped that he could earn Electra's forgiveness and get everyone else to accept him as a result, Luna clearly expected all this to end in disaster. Sure enough, things took a terrible turn as Deke brought Remy into the party later. Electra reeled along with Ivy and Will, so Deke was confused over all the erupting tension in the room. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Remy will scramble to fix his relationship after the blow-up ahead, so stay tuned for updates on his desperate efforts. The Bold and the Beautiful, B&B, spoilers for Monday, November 3rd, reveal that tearful Remy Price, Christian Weissman, will plead with Deke Sharp, Christian Weissman, while Deacon Sharp's Sean Cannon. News excites Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown. Now that Remy has arrived in the Forrester showroom, Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, realizes Deke's boyfriend is her former tormentor. B&B fans can expect Electra to put Remy on full blast and give Deke updates on all the stalker drama. Remy created deepfake pics and tried to make sure he was the only person Electra could turn to for support. Between the humiliation Electra endured and the scary moments she faced when Remy chased after her, she'll have quite the horror story to tell Deke. Ivy Forrester, Ashley Brewer, and Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, will back Electra up, but Remy will swear that he's changed and plead for forgiveness. Deke will assure Electra and the others that he had no idea about any of this. Remy's actions will appall Deke, but he'll at least give Remy a chance to explain once they're alone in the design office.